Thank you, Dr. Ravi. And really appreciate to invite me such a prestigious meeting. So my first talk is about the ABO incompatible transplant. It is straightforward compared to paired kidney exchange. I have no COI. There are a lot of drawbacks of ABO incompatible kidney transplantation: need desensitization, cause a high incidence of bleeding, cost for desensitization, heavy immunosuppression, and also high incidence of ABMR or high incidence of infectious complications, poor patient graft survival. If you look at this, this is repeatedly presented in this meeting, but this is a meta-analysis about the compatible and incompatible cases, and incompatible cases show the poorer outcomes. Is plasma exchange mandatory for all ABOI? No, it's not always mandatory. The PEX is not necessary anymore in the 60% of ABOI. We don't do any plasma exchange before transplantation in the 60% if we accept 64:1 as the upper limit of titer. This is the baseline antibody titer, incompatible kidney transplantation in Japan as of 2023. As you can see here, 72% of patients had a less than 64 or 64. So only the less than 30% of patients need plasma exchange before transplant. Again, the B incompatible, 83% of patients had a 64:1 or less. So that means only 15% patients need the plasma exchange before transplantation if you do the plasma exchange for more than 128. This is the data from India. Again, the 60% patient are the 64:1 or less. So that means, according to our criteria, they don't need any plasma exchange before transplantation. So ABMR is higher in the ABO incompatible cases. This is a protocol biopsy data which published almost 10 years ago. The non-sensitized patients, and again, the TCMR, microvascular inflammation, IFTA, that's exactly the same with the both groups. And the only difference was that C4D was positive in the ABO incompatible kidney transplantation. This is a sign of accommodation. This is a protocol biopsy and the indication biopsies. 20% of patients got a rejection, but absolutely same instance. The highest is infectious complications. From the Indian data, infectious complication is not high. And again, this is our data. Before 2004, there is some high incidence of the viral infection, but after 2005, we started to use the rituximab and the low dose immunosuppression. No differences. This is another data. The complication is infectious complication is exactly the same. Other complication is the same. So poor patient graft survival in ABOI. Again, it's already presented many times, but yet since 2005, there is no difference in terms of the graft survival rate. This is another data, but the same data. And this is data from the Indian surveillance data, but the graft loss is a very small number. And this is European data, again, exactly the same between the ABO and the ABO compatible cases. But the cost, it's for in the first hospitalization, it is a significant difference between the compatible and incompatible cases. However, 1 year, 2 years, second years, there is no differences at all. And then total 2 years medical cost is exactly the same. In this presentation, I didn't show our immunosuppressive protocol. I'm going to show the next session. But less immunosuppression is a very much important point. For that purpose, we need to accept higher antibody titers at the time of transplantation. So in conclusion, plasma exchange is not always needed in ABOI, but 60% of patients do not need plasma exchange. And this policy could reduce or even eliminate plasma exchange and eventually reduce infection, bleeding, and maybe cost. So current potent immunosuppression could reduce the incidence of ABMR after ABOI. I just presented my previous speaker. And the cost is equal between ABO I and the ABO compatible cases. Even in a KPD might need more cost for system management. So ABO I is very much easy if you don't worry too much and then accept the high antibody titer at the time of transplantation. Thank you for your attention.